welcome, 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 welcome to, or welcome back to my ASMR channel, My name is Izzy, and you, my friend, are watching Izzy's ASMR world. And today, we're going to do a long-awaited makeup routine. I'm going to be mixing whispering and soft speaking. And let me know if you guys like a mix, if you guys like one or the other. I like to switch it up and do a variety because everybody's different. I'm trying to do a little bit for everybody. Just got a little something. There we go. There you go. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. And I'm just going to be talking to you and giving you one-on-one personal attention while I do my makeup. So the first thing I usually do is either, and if I'm looking to the side of me, it's because my makeup is to the left of me, and I'm also going to have to look in my mirror, so I'm going to give you as much personal attention as I can while also trying to put my makeup on. And I may be looking in the viewfinder. So the first thing I usually do is either concealer. This is the Milani Supercharged Hydrating Under Eye Concealer, Brightening Under Eye Tint in 110 Pink, because I'm very pale. Very pale. I know it's not as good without my nails, but I have about 30 minutes to film this video before I have to be somewhere. So we're going to do our best to try to get her done. Okay. And then I have this really cool antique mirror. So pretty. I got this for like $15 at an antique store. I've seen them all the way from like $20 to upwards of like $50. But I love the pink flowers. It's so pretty. And it's huge, so I can see really well. So, we're just gonna talk while oh my gosh, I put way too much concealer on. Yikes. I like to put it on top of my eyelid and under my eyes. That's fine. We'll just kind of use it all over. This is a really thin formula, so it's perfect for under the eyes. Nothing is sponsored or anything like that, so it's all my honest opinion. I bought these products with my own money. I wish they were sponsored, but even if they were sponsored, I'd be honest with you guys if I liked it or not. But I do like this one. There's a makeup artist on here who's becoming really popular, Selena MP, something like that. And I know I look crazy right now. We're just doing the underpainting, guys. I have a vision. But it's not there yet. And I am filming in the daytime because I like filming at night a lot better, to be honest. but I don't wear makeup at night. So, like, if I put makeup on in the day, sometimes I'll leave it on for the video, but I don't like just putting makeup on for videos. Okay. So that'll blend it in pretty well. And then I'm going to take a nice, dense, fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this NYX Wonder Snatch powder. This is in the color, let's see if it'll focus, Peach. Peach Pose, something like that. It's like the tiniest thing of loose powder. I would say this powder's fine. It's supposed to be like a brightening powder, and I mostly use it under my eyes, but I do kind of use it all over my face. And before I started doing my makeup, I washed my face with the Alba 2% salicylic acid cleanser. It's just their gel cleanser. I love that one. And then I moisturize with a Korean moisturizer and a Korean hydrating serum that I got on Amazon. Also recommended by that makeup artist, but they were really affordable. You can get them at Ulta too. I believe the brand is like ANUA. I could be mistaken, but I believe that's what the brand's called, something like that. If you look it up on Amazon, it will come up. The mist is like $15 and the cream's like $17, but I've tried a lot of skincare and I really like those products, especially in the summertime. Honestly, in the winter too, because you're trying the winter. Maybe even more so in the winter, I don't know. And yes, I'm powdering my whole face because I am oily. Like, I usually do hydrating skincare because I want my skin to be nice and hydrated, and I usually let that soak in for, 10-20 minutes. And then I go in with my products. So my skincare is nice and set. Make sure those under eyes are really set. Good. Not recommend putting powder on your face and then using a cream product. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Forgot to tell you the name of this product. I love this product so much. If you want just a light coverage bronzy stick, this is the Bronze Stick by ColourPop in the shade La Jolly Cove. I think this is like the second lightest shade. It's not gonna focus, but. And then I like to take a nice dense angle brush and blend it in. It looks like a lot right now, but this will blend in and be pretty sheer. So that's one thing I like about this, especially as for somebody that doesn't use a lot of bronzer, is it's hard to overdo, because some products, like I have the NYX Butter Bronzer, but honestly it's just way too much. It's not even funny. No, pat, don't scrub. But also have to be somewhere so I can't look too funny. And I know I've been making a lot of videos last like week, 2 weeks. I've just been in a very creative mood. A creative, happy mood. Can I do this? It kind of helps guide where I put the bronzer on my cheeks. Do you want a little bronzer? Get some on your forehead. Do the duck lips. Duck lips. Duck lips. Go and get your chin all snatched. Bronzy. This is not contour, so it's not going to make you super snatched. But it will make your skin nice and warm and really pretty, like you've been in the sun. Without getting all that UV. Even though I like to be out in the sun, but you know, everything in moderation, I think is key. I do not have a highlighter over here. I may have a highlighter. I have a bag next to me. I don't think I have a highlighter in there, but maybe I do. Ooh, I forgot I had this blush. Oh no, there's a highlight. Okay, we'll use this highlighter. That'll be fine. I'm using a mix of drugstore and high-end products. So far, I think we've just used drugstore. Yeah, so this will be first high-end product, but I have this Say blush by Mia, or not by Mia, Say brush in the color Mia. It's this really, really beautiful color. You're gonna want to try this. It's so pretty. But you just need the lightest bit, because otherwise you will look cray cray. Like I barely dip in my brush. I know I'm like going back over it because I'm going in with such a light hand and building it up rather than not putting too much on and then not knowing what to do. And I'm naturally pretty rosy too, so it's really easy for me to overdo blush. I only put on apples on my cheek because my nose and stuff, I know people like to put it on their nose, and I don't have an issue with that. Just my nose is already kind of red. Okay, I'm gonna do the apples of the cheeks. Rambling upward, upward. Apple of the cheek, blend upward. Okay, what should we do next? Eyeshadow. This is the Armani, I think, eyeshadow in the shade 22N. It's kind of dark here. 22M Cashew. It doesn't say cashew on it, but I know. It's in the shade Cashew. And this is the perfect one and done eyeshadow, especially if you have hooded eyes. Is such a good one. So I just put it all over my eyelid. And then I take my finger and I just blend it out. Blend it into the crease. This is, like I said, the perfect one and done. This is expensive, but if you like really minimal makeup, and like I said, even on non-deep set eyes, this would look really pretty, but like look at the difference that that's already made. And that was just a little bit. And I do the same thing on the other side. We can do the same thing and blend it in. Sorry that I have the mirror like in the viewfinder. I just cannot see well enough. But again, it looks so gorgeous. It's very subtle, but really nice. And then we're gonna go in with the highlighter. This is by Milani in the shade Rose Taliani. I mean, I think that's right. It is such a pretty rosy color. And I take a nice fluffy brush. And again, I just can't see it well enough in the viewfinder. I wish I could, but I can't. Like I said, I need to be somewhere. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it as much, and I would just kind of go with it. But I've been really wanting to make this video, so we might as well. I like to put it on a little bit on the apple. And what else do we have? I also like to take this pen and this is from Flower Nose Beauty. So it's like their eye brightening pen. And I like to just put this in the inner corners because it really brightens up the area and makes it look nice and awake. I'll either do this or I'll put a highlighter there. It just looks, like I said, really open and awake. I put a little too much. Can you tell? I put a little too much. Do you want a little? Do you want a little? No, I really like the birds in the background chirping. That's just me though. I'm gonna blend this out a little bit with my finger because I went a little intense. So I'll just blend it with my finger a little bit. Okay, good. and I don't have too much more makeup to apply. Sometimes I will also put a little bit of that eyeshadow on my finger and then dip it into this little brush and put it under my eyes. I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm going to brush my eyebrows. Eyebrows are naturally pretty full. And I actually don't love the way that they look filled in. I've always, well, since I've gotten older, I get my eyebrows done now. I'm going to go in with the Kosas Clear Air Brow Gel. I don't know, I love this. I've tried a lot of brow gels too. This one's worth the money. I tried a sample of it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need me another sample in a full sized. My bank account wasn't too happy, but my brows are on fleek. Okay. But I just comb them up. I do one dip for both brows and then I use one side. And I just brush them and get them in place where I like them. And then I'm just going to use the other side of the brush and do the exact same thing. I just got them done, them threaded. And they're always so much easier to do when I get them threaded because otherwise I just have very long, thick hair. And I pluck in between, which isn't great. But like I was saying earlier, especially in middle school and in high school, but mostly in middle school, I got bullied so much about my eyebrows. Can't even with that. So I kind of like a thinner brow on me after all those years of tormenting. If you can relate, you know. And acne and wildly huge eyebrows, I'm not going to insert a picture because it was embarrassing. Okay, this is the L'Oreal Blur Filler. This is in the shade Worth It. I've never tried the Road Beauty ones because they're kind of hard to get a hold of. They're really expensive, like the lip contour. But I've heard this is a dupe, and there's actually more colors of this one. I love this one. I think it lasts a fair bit of time with eating and drinking. Like, no, it doesn't last all day. But with any cream product, I don't really expect it to. But it's super easy, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. This girl super easy. It makes just like a gloss look really nice. Or you could just leave it like this. Alright, I got a lipstick. This is also by L'Oreal in the shade Worth It. It's just like a nude pink color. Muted mauve. I'm gonna have to go in just a second, but just a little lip gloss, a little lipstick, lip gloss. I'll probably put a little gloss on top. And now I'm just gonna put on mascara. I don't have time to show you guys. But the mascara that I like to use is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I also love the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. That's an amazing one. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And I'm so happy to be back, truly. You guys make my day. Your comments really mean a lot to me. So if you like this video, tippity tap that notification bell to be notified every single time I make a new video. which is pretty often. And if you like my channel, subscribe, comment, and give this video a like. It really helps me out and means a lot. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you get some peaceful sleep, or relaxation, or just some company. Whatever you need, bestie, I'm right here. I'll see you again so soon.